Everybody, and good Saturday to you. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here. Midday update on our blockbuster snowstorm that's heading our way Sunday evening through Monday morning. Let's get right to it. Things are pretty quiet locally today, just a lot of clouds around. There's a little blue on the radar, but most of that is just precipitation aloft that evaporates before reaching the ground. I'm expecting clouds to clear out some later this afternoon, setting the stage for a clear and cold night coming up for tonight. All right, here's our winter storm down across the mid-Mississippi Valley. On the warm side of this, we have showers, perhaps some thunderstorms in the deep south today, and heavy snow is falling across the Ozarks and heading over towards St. Louis as well. Now, ahead of our storm, we still have winter weather, or winter storm watches, I should say, up for all of our far eastern Ohio counties, all of western PA. I would expect later today that the National Weather Service will add a few counties to the winter storm watch, so probably Stark, Portage, maybe Summit, and we'll probably see an upgrade to a winter storm warning in all of northwest PA and probably the far eastern Ohio counties as well, covered by the National Weather Service offices in Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I think by this afternoon or at the latest tonight, we will see an upgrade to a winter storm warning. All right, keeping an eye on all the newest model information, so we make sure that we are basing our thoughts and our forecasts on the very latest stuff. And one of the things I've been watching very closely since about midday yesterday is this idea that as we go into late tonight and into Sunday during the day, as this storm starts approaching from the south and west, look at this, all these kind of dark brown and white colors here. This is what we call a low-level jet. It's a very fast ribbon of air about 5,000 feet above our heads, drawing in some warm air that was originated over the Gulf of Mexico, moving across the southwest Atlantic, and then coming up and over the cold air mass that will be in place ahead of this storm. Now, this low-level jet will transport that warmer air aloft, bring some strong winds to coastal areas. Not real concerned about wind here, but one of the things this low-level jet might do is bring in air aloft that's just warm enough for a handful of hours, just warm enough that we might see something other than snow for a time, for a few hours late this evening. What I mean by this is, here's a look at the model temperatures at the 5,000 foot levels, 5,000 feet above our heads. Everything that's kind of a greenish color is below freezing, and so it'd be snow falling in areas that have that temperature profile. But where you see this little ribbon of air that's near freezing or even a little above freezing at the 5,000 foot level, if that comes to fruition, snowflakes would partially melt on the way down and probably come down all the way to the ground as sleet pellets rather than snowflakes for a few hours. Now, a lot of times sleet ends up kind of ruining a snowstorm for us. In this case, I don't think necessarily it's going to ruin our snowstorm, because once any sleet threat diminishes overnight, we're going to get into a band of heavy snow, and it's just going to thump snow for a good chunk of the night tonight and even into early Monday morning. So yes, some sleet is going to be a possibility for a handful of hours, but I don't think it's likely to have big impacts on ultimately our snow totals. All right, so let's play things out. So with the future radar, we'll be high and dry, in fact, fairly sunny for the first half of Sunday. All the way through sunset, we'll be in pretty good shape. So here's the simulated radar at about 4:30 to 5 Sunday evening. By this point, it may be trying to snow lightly, maybe some flurries trying to sneak up towards Beaver Falls, East Liverpool, Carrollton. Certainly Pittsburgh can start to see a little bit of snow as early as about 4:30 or 5 p.m., and then everything keeps coming north. And so by about 7 p.m., 8 p.m., it's going to be snowing just about everywhere across our television viewing area. And then later in the evening, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, see these kind of purples and pinks that start showing up. This is where we'll have that window of kind of a snow-sleet mix. Sleet you can hear pinging on your windows. Sleet and freezing rain are different. Freezing rain is just liquid precipitation. It's just rain that freezes on contact. Sleet are little ice balls. They can bounce off of things. They can make noises on your windows. And sleet is generally less of a problem on the roads than freezing rain. But after seeing a small accumulation of snow and then sleet and then snow on top of that, this is going to become kind of just a gnarly snowpack by late tonight or late to Sunday night, I should say, and into Monday morning. You're going to have wet snow and then maybe a layer of just crust and ice from the sleet. and then you'll have a layer of fluffier snow accumulating on top of that. That might make things kind of difficult to shovel Monday morning. You're going to run into kind of a very tough layer towards the bottom of that snowpack if you're trying to shovel this Monday morning. Snow blowers might also not really appreciate that ice layer down underneath the fluffier snow on top. Anyway, once the sleet threat diminishes, this is 2 a.m., 3 a.m., we're going to get into a band of pretty heavy snow for a handful of hours during the wee hours of Monday morning. So again, this is about 3 a.m. These darker blues, yeah, that's heavy snow. And it's going to crank like that, it looks like, for at least a few hours. And it may take a little while Monday morning for this to taper off. We've been talking about how about daybreak this should start tapering off. It might be an hour or two after that. So in other words, here's 8 o'clock in the morning. It might be still snowing at a good clip, 7:30, 8 a.m. on Monday. By the time we head towards lunchtime on Monday, so here's 11 o'clock and noon. By this point, the show is pretty much over. Some flurries may linger all the way through the afternoon, but the snowstorm itself should wind down between about 7:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. on Monday morning. All right, here's the snow map we put out yesterday. And we're going to do an update to this afternoon. Our snow map yesterday included all of our TV viewing area in a 6 to 9 inch range with, especially in western PA, some chances for higher amounts getting into the mix. That's this kind of pink and purple color over here. That's a 9+ zone. I think what you'll probably see us do today is move that 9 to 12 zone to get more of our viewing area. I kind of think that the bullseye might encompass more of Northeast Ohio and Northwest PA than our initial snow map yesterday. So that's something we'll be keeping a close eye on over the next few hours with new model information coming in. We may find ourselves upping the snow totals. And, one thing we can look at is kind of the most likely snow forecast from what we call the Weather Prediction Center, part of the National Weather Service. This is their most recent product, and I'll query some spots here. And as you can see, the most likely snow. Let me start that over again. The most likely snow totals have definitely kind of increased. There we go. My tool here is not behaving all that well, but you get the idea. It's spitting out some pretty decent totals across the area of 9 inches plus in a lot of places. And so this is just one piece of information, but it's one of many things we'll be looking at, and perhaps with our confidence going up that 9+ inches is looking more and more likely. You'll see an update from me on social media with the snow map this afternoon. This evening, we have no 6 o'clock newscast on TV because we have NFL football playoffs on. But we'll be doing a Facebook Live right around 6. I'll be doing videos all afternoon and evening, and then we'll be live on 21 News at 11 p.m. tonight. So stay up on the latest on social media, on the Storm Tracker 21 app, on 21 News this evening. I'll see you later on today. Have a good rest of your Saturday.